how did you get into modeling, and what happened?
I was dating this guy, Frank Sarenko, who was, I don't know if you remember him, but he used to model for Mademoiselle.
I know Frank.
So he was the bartender at Casino by the Sea, and of course he's very handsome, and I just melted when I saw him, and so we started dating. So Mademoiselle, when he would go back to New York in September, and so they said, do you know any cute girls? And he said, well, my girlfriend's pretty cute. And they said, so come up to Mademoiselle. My mother flew me down. I still have the dress and the pin that my mother put me in to do. And she said, you know, don't even think about this. This might not happen. And so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I did the interview and I got hired. And one of the first pictures you have is one from Bruce Weber, my first absolute shot.
And you look like a college girl.
I look like a college girl. Yeah. And then they gave me a contract to do 10 covers and no glamour. Couldn't do glamour. I was a Mademoiselle girl.
So they gave you a contract right after?
Right after the August issue came out, I got on the cover. And on the inside pages, Bruce Weber taking a picture of me playing tennis and whatever I did. And then, and that's how it happened. And I remember my dear friend Babs Newman, who I just talked to the other day.
Where is she?
Oh, she is now in North Carolina.
Is she?
Yeah,
okay.
She's adorable.
I love Babs.
But Babs said to me one time, Nancy, can it's time to let somebody else have a cover. You know how it's rough and tumble. I said, Barbara, it's not my choice. But she was very, can somebody else get a cover on this Mademoiselle shit, But, the thing about the fashion back then, and I remember when I came here, I certainly wasn't into fashion. Yes, I had the little preppy thing going on, but I remember going to most bookings or sittings with a t-shirt, jeans, and cowboy boots. Or I know I used to wear my father's old Navy pants.
Oh, wow.
The khakis.
So you know what? You had a sense of style. You didn't even know it.
I think I did.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely,
I did.
Nancy. Yeah.
And so this is the other interesting thing is because I never knew about modeling, as I said, but you had to work it. It was not easy, and you know that.
Did you feel comfortable in front of the camera in the beginning?
I guess I did.
You did, okay.
I guess I did because. Just recently, Patrice actually took some photographs of my son because I'm with Iconic, and they like to have your kids on the board. And so I watched my son work, and Patrice was fabulous. And at one point, Patrice said, Mom, you need to go away. And so I left, and then George felt very comfortable in front of Patrice, and they got some really beautiful shots. But at the end of the day, George was really cute. And I think we did 6 shots, 6 changes. He was exhausted, and he said, Mom, this is really hard.
Yeah.
And I said, no kidding.
It is. Because
he will refer to it as, oh, well, you were just a model, and it was really easy for you, because he has a real job. To model was... Really, when you think about it, it was very difficult.
It was. I agree. One of my first test shots was right up the block here with Stan Schaefer.
Yeah.
And he scared the shit out of me.
Of course he did.
Because he was screaming at me and yelling at me.
He was a screamer.
To do this and to do that, and I didn't know what to do. What do you want me to do, Stan? I got one, I got a couple of good shots at it, but I still look like a freaking deer in the headlights,
But he was tough.
He was tough.
And did you work with Arthur?
No, I never worked with Arthur, and he's one of my top 3 favorite photographers. I think his work is just blows my mind. It
does blow your mind, but I'll tell you, if I learned anything of how to work, well, each of them taught me different things on how to move. But Arthur in particular, because he was very fond of ballet dancers, of course, I think he's...
And we're talking about Arthur Elgort.
The photographer, Arthur Elgort. And we did a lot of Mademoiselle together, and he made girls cry, man. If you didn't perform, you were like...
Really?
Oh no, he was difficult, but he taught you how to move. I mean, you had to be really elegant and fly because he loved ballerinas.
He did love ballerinas. You're right.
But with each and every photographer, you learned something. I mean, Bill King, crazy. I mean, if you can't jump, smile, twist around, have a wind machine at you, and get a good shot, you're out the door.
That was his thing.
Yep.
And we're talking here about, for the listeners, we're talking about some of the super duper, not iconic, photographers of that era, late 70s and 80s. And Bill King was known for his just super active, just all this movement, right? On this
movement, happiness, vibrant,
jumping, leaping, and I liked him. He was very nice to me, very kind to me, and when you get what he wants,
you're good.
You're good. You're good. I didn't feel he didn't intimidate me, but like Stan did, you know. And we were talking about Barry McKinley scared the shit out of me too. He was another guy.
a scary monster anyway. You know, and I got handed, especially even for Vogue magazine, I got handed some pretty tough garments to wear, and you know what I mean by saying that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I mean by saying that, just to the listeners, is if you had for instance. There's some tenty dresses. I remember there was a Diane von Furstenberg dress that was really billowy and hard to carry, and you had to really work it.
Mm-hmm.
You had to really work it, and you had to.
Did Harry King just walk in?
Harry King just walked in.
Harry's gonna be on next.
Yeah.
I actually might put you guys together for a few minutes.
Okay.
That might be like crazy, insane decision to make, but I think it'd be worth it.
Okay. Yeah. So back to that. So they were just really difficult to work. That means to make them look good.
To make them look good.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You know, making the clothes look good, that's not something that, you know, just happens.
No, it doesn't just happen.
No.
You know, it's magic between the model and the photographer, the hairdresser, and the makeup artist. It's magic that you have to create, you know.
And, you know, it was interesting, Tim Gainey and I were talking about Bruce, and one of the reasons why I think it was so comfortable with him is that you could be sitting there doing some random thing on the set. Like, you know, you might, you know, have your head in your hand like this, and he'd come over and say, don't move.
Don't move. Stop.
Don't move.
Stop. Yeah.
And then he would say, oh, you just look so great. That's just so great.
No, but that's the way Dennis Peele worked, and he worked, and Eric Bowman the same. They both mostly worked with daylight, especially Dennis Peele. And you couldn't just like give him a look. I mean, it would literally took hours to do one photo, because he would see.
Did he use
that,
a lot of film?
Yes.
Dennis did? Yeah.
Yeah. And he just saw that in-between moment, and he would catch it. And Eric as well, which Harry and I worked with. We did our favorite sitting with Eric, which I think you have one of the pictures.
Well, yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes. This photo here, fire, fur, and smoke.
Come here, Harry. Come here. Let me see.
Come sit over here.
Sit down. Let's see.
So this shot, that one.
So Harry, was that Eric, or isn't that was that part of that sitting? I think it was.
Harry, I had a crush on her.
On who?
Nancy.
Oh, me too.
When did you meet Nancy?
I met Nancy 1980.
Oh, wow.
In Paris, in Lulu de la Falaise's apartment, that was the location.
Which you have that picture.
For a British Vogue. We were doing collections with Eric Bowman, and Liz Tilberis was the editor.
I think, Gary, it's the one with the big bow in my hair,
Yeah.
sitting on the piano. I think that's the one I sent you.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a look at some photographs here that I like. That's what I did with Nancy. And oh shit, that's beautiful right there.
I bet it's Rene Russo, black and white.
No, it's not.
Oh, right.
It's Cheryl Teagues. That is just
In a swimsuit?
no, a black and white headshot. That is just.
Oh,
gorgeous.
yeah.
Oh, I never did that. She sent it to me.
Well, what the hell is it doing on your site then? You see,
Because she sent it to me, and I love it.
but you didn't do that hair. on that.
No, I don't put everything up that I did. I put up a
Okay,
picture that's
all right,
beautiful.
okay.
I'm not that much of an egotistical person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so there's Rene Russo.
Which one?
I don't know. Is it your hair or is you let me know.
I took the picture and did the hair.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
When was that? 80s?
Maybe very early 80s.
Okay.
She used to come and hang out in my apartment, and we took tons of pictures. There's about 7 pictures of her in my book.
Is the book done?
Yes.
Is it out?
Not
As
yet.
I said, it's at the printers.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
All right, calm down. He gets
He's
a
getting
little-
snippy, isn't he?
Oh, he gets snippy. Yes,
Okay,
he
it's
does.
okay. It's
I apologize,
It's a British.
Larry.
No, it's a British thing. I've got British friends, and they're a pain in the ass too. So.
He can be. No, that's a snippy. That was
No, that's a
snippy.
picture of me in London before I moved here.
Okay, I could tell. Now you've got that British attitude. You think you're just a little bit better than all of us.
Oh well.
Okay, so pick out a photo and just show him what you've done.
Hair or
I mean, I've
face?
seen your work. I
Hair.
want you to show me something that
Hair.
you particularly love. That's Patty.
That's Paddy for
Patty Hansen.
for French Vogue. Eric Bowman. It was just before she got married, actually.
To Keith?
This was a 10-page story in French Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah.
is a Demarchelier picture for American Vogue. That's Paddy
that's
again. I
wonderful.
did the hair there.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. That's the gorgeous Nancy Donahue. This is Maud Adams.
I just looked at that.
That was a Cosmo try in London, 1973. It never ran. I did the hair for that.
It's beautiful. Oh, Harry, you look very cute here.
This
You're
is Renee. I just cut her hair
smart. I
off.
like this picture of you.
I
Bill
love
King
that
took
picture.
that.
That's great.
I wasn't living here yet.
That's really cute.
It is.
Is that the nicer side of Henry King?
It could be, yes. I was very stoned there. Bill gave me
No.
a joint.
Really?
I was here on holiday, and I
He's
went to the
being
studio.
facetious.
I
I
know.
know. That's Renee by Avedon. I just cut all her hair off. And this is Christy Brinkley. I did the hair there. Scavullo shot that.
That doesn't get much better than that.
No, that's fab.
Oh,
That took me 5 seconds.
Do you know what I'm
to
saying?
do.
but you know, with the Argyle sweater and the hair and everything.
Yeah.
God, that's beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, he's done over 100 Cosmo covers.
I know. He told me. He kept on messaging me saying, "Just remember who you're dealing with."
I'm sure he did, honey.
This is just a few.
Oh, come here. Let me see. Oh, wow. See, that's.
I did 42 Vogue covers.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at those.
just saying.
Just saying. That's Lisa Cooper?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the last large Vogue cover. Then they went, as Scavullo said, supermarket size.
I think Rosie Bell was gorgeous. That
Gorgeous.
Shot,
She
that
was-
shot that she did with Avedon of her winking with the hat is just one of the most
She
iconic.
I did
was
that.
my.
You did not.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
That's one of my favorite photographs. Period.
I did
Yeah.
that.
Well, that is wonderful.
And they made such a fuss because they said, you never get a hat on a cover. And we got a cover.
Oh, Harry, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I
No,
love
it
that.
is.
Right?
Yeah.
I love that picture.
Well, she was the
She
girl.
was gorgeous. She was breathtaking.
No, she was breathtaking. She was the girl that I thought, this is the most beautiful girl I've ever
Yes,
seen
she
in my
was
life.
fantastic.
And she, in
Honestly,
front of the
hands
camera,
down.
I mean,
watching
hands
her
down.
work. In fact, watching all the girls' work was like so fantastic.
I'll tell you one of my favorite models, and it's funny because she worked with me on her first job was Michelle Stevens.
Oh, I just saw her.
She, to me,
Stunning. She still looks the same. She just has gray hair. Honest to God, and she's still in fantastic shape.
isn't she a yoga teacher or
Yeah,
something?
she yoga
She was
Pilates.
fabulous.
And she was the nicest person
I
on the
loved
planet.
her. I loved working with her.
Yeah,
we
she
did
was
Avon
lovely.
together.
Yeah.
And where does she live in Pennsylvania or something?
Connecticut.
She does.
And she's still with the same guy.
Really?
What his name is Star.
Star?
I remember I thought, oh, she's so cool. She has a boyfriend named Star.
I could sit here with you guys for at least another 2 or 3 minutes.